The story takes place in the 1960s. Two neighbors, Alice and Celine, are very close, like real sisters. Both have happy homes, kind husbands, and young sons, Theo and Max, who go to the same school. One morning, Celine leaves the house while Alice watches from her window. The moment she's gone, Alice sneaks into Celine's home, shuts the curtains, and grabs a knife from a drawer. The mood turns dark, like something bad is coming. But when Celine comes back with the kids, she sees the closed curtains and gets cautious. She checks the house, then suddenly everyone jumps out shouting, "Surprise!" It's a birthday party Alice planned. Celine gets emotional, hugs everyone, and Alice gives her a pearl necklace. Both families laugh and celebrate like nothing could ever go wrong. Then things get tense for a moment. Theo and Max run outside. Alice panics because Theo is allergic to peanuts and Max has cookies. She and Celine rush out and find them near the bushes. Theo hasn't eaten anything. Alice calms down, scolds him, then hugs him tight. That night, after the kids sleep, the adults drink, dance, and chat. The talk turns to politics, and Alice impresses everyone with her sharp thoughts. We learn she used to be a journalist. The topic shifts to her working again. Celine supports her and even offers to watch Theo. But Simon disagrees, saying they already have enough money. He also hints at wanting another child, which makes Alice uneasy. Later, Celine says she's happy, but would also like another baby. She again tells Alice to go back to work if that's what she really wants. In bed, Simon brings up the second child again. Alice says she wants to work, but he brushes it off and suggests she could just write for the school paper. That only makes her more upset. The next morning, Celine tells Alice that Max is sick and staying home. Later, while working in the garden, Alice looks up and freezes. Max is standing on the edge of the balcony, trying to hang his birdhouse on a tree. Alice screams for him to stop, but he doesn't listen. She tries to push through the hedge, but gets stuck, losing precious time. She runs to the front door and calls for Celine, but Celine is vacuuming and can't hear her. Alice rushes inside and sprints upstairs toward the balcony. At the same time, Celine hears noise and follows, confused. But it's too late. Max slips and falls. Celine sees it happen right in front of her. She runs down screaming, grabs him, but quickly realizes he's gone. She breaks down completely. Alice is shattered too. In a single moment, Celine and Damien's perfect life is destroyed. That evening, Alice and Simon go to check on them. Damien opens the door, looking broken. He falls into Simon's arms, crying. Alice hugs him and asks to see Celine, but Damien says family is coming and she can't meet anyone right now. They need space. Alice and Simon understand and promise to help anytime. Later that night, Alice hears loud crying through the window. She sees Celine on the floor, completely falling apart, while Damien tries to hold her. Alice starts crying too. As a mother, she feels that pain, but she also knows nothing can fix this. The next morning, Alice and Simon try to tell Theo that Max is gone. Theo is too young to understand. Alice can barely talk, so Simon explains most of it. After Simon leaves, Alice notices Celine watching from her window. She walks over and knocks, but no one answers. Back home, Theo suddenly goes missing. Alice runs outside and finds him near the hedge, sitting with Celine where he used to play with Max. Theo softly asks about Max, trying to understand. Alice gently calls him back inside. Theo hugs Celine, but she says nothing. Alice tries to speak, but Celine just stares at her, her eyes filled with pain and anger. Then, without a word, she turns and walks away. Now it's clear she's avoiding Alice. And deep down, she blames her. That night, Alice is drowning in guilt. Alice keeps replaying that moment again and again. She thinks if she had been faster, Max might still be alive. She tells Simon it could be her fault, but he says it was just a terrible accident. No one is to blame. Still, his words don't ease her mind. That night, Theo asks for his stuffed bunny he left at Celine's house. Simon says it's too late to get it, but Theo can't sleep without it. So Alice lets him sleep in her bed. He notices her tears. She says she's only tired. The next day, they attend Max's funeral at the church. The air feels heavy. Damien tries to speak, but breaks down crying. Celine stands there in black. then turns and looks right at Alice. The guilt hits her all over again. When it's time to say goodbye, Alice, Simon, and Theo walk to the coffin. Suddenly, Theo sees his bunny inside with Max. He grabs it. Alice and Simon try to stop him, but he cries loudly, asking for it back. The moment turns very awkward. Simon takes him outside while Celine breaks down again. Outside, Simon starts to scold Theo, but Alice stops him. She admits Theo was wrong, but the bunny was his. Upset, she questions why Celine would place it there, knowing how much Theo needed it. After the funeral, Celine disappears. For almost a month, no one sees her. Then one day at a school event, she suddenly shows up. People stay away from her. Even a pregnant woman quietly moves aside. Celine sees Theo, gives a weak smile, then collapses. Alice runs to help. When Celine wakes up, she's in a quiet classroom with Alice beside her. Alice asks why she came. Celine says the silence at home is too painful. Being alone makes it worse. She apologizes for pushing Alice away and says she needs her friend again. Alice agrees. Soon after, Alice brings her family to Celine's house for dinner. Celine greets them, but says Damien is upstairs and won't join. His loud, angry voice from above shows he's drunk and still broken. Celine sits next to Theo and gives back his bunny. She says sorry and explains she gave it to Max so he wouldn't feel alone. She admits she should have asked. Theo hugs her. Dinner feels tense. Simon suggests they leave, but Celine asks them to stay. In the kitchen, Alice quietly thanks her for trying. Then Theo asks if she will have another baby. Celine forces a small smile and says she can't. Theo keeps asking why. Even as she answers gently, she's clearly hurting. Alice comes back and pulls Theo away. Later, Alice walks into Max's room. Nothing has changed. It's like time stopped. Damien shows up at the door. He looks uneasy. He stops her and asks if she misses Max. She says yes. He seems unstable, then walks away and shuts the door. That night, Alice and Celine sit outside, smoking in silence. A loud crash comes from upstairs. Without even looking, Celine says Damien blames her for Max's death. He may not say it, but she can see it in his eyes. Alice again says it was just an accident. Alice then opens up about her past. Her parents died in a car crash, and she carried guilt for years. When Theo was born, she was even scared to hold him. She says she had to be hospitalized before she understood that guilt and grief are not the same. Celine says it's different for her. She watched her child die right in front of her. She can't escape that. Alice hugs her, but it's clear Celine is losing control. The next day, after school, Celine asks to take Theo to her house for a bit. She promises a small surprise and says Damien isn't home. Alice hesitates, then agrees. Later, while in the garden, Alice looks up and her heart drops. Theo is standing on the balcony in the exact same spot where Max fell. She screams for him to get down. This time, she forces her way through the hedge, the same place she got stuck before, and yells for Theo to go inside. Celine appears calm. She says they were just playing with Max's toys, and she was watching him the whole time. But Alice is shaking with anger. She demands to know why Celine would put Theo in danger like that. Then Celine notices something. Alice made it through the hedge this time. Celine says, sorry, and brings Theo down. That night, Alice tells Simon everything. Every detail. She says Celine isn't okay. She believes Celine repeated the same setup that killed Max, like she was testing her. The scary part? This time, Alice got through the hedge. Before, she couldn't. Alice thinks Celine is trying to prove something. Simon disagrees. He says her guilt may be twisting things. He warns her to stop before it gets dangerous. The next morning, Alice sits quiet at the table. Theo asks for breakfast. She then asks who he wants at his birthday. He says Celine and Granny Jean. Alice feels uneasy but stays silent. On Theo's birthday, the house is loud and happy. But for Celine, it hurts. It reminds her of Max. After the cake, she tries to help, but Alice tells her to rest. Celine sits with Granny Jean. Jean bluntly says she shouldn't be there. Being around kids isn't good for Alice's family. Today should stay happy for Theo. Her cold words cut deep. Celine still saw them as family. Hurt, she quietly walks away. In the kitchen, Celine asks if she did something wrong. Alice finally asks her, did she put Theo on the balcony to test her? Celine denies it, upset. She says she only wanted time with Theo. After losing Max, he feels like the only piece left. Alice realizes she crossed a line. She says sorry and admits her guilt is taking over. They hug, but things feel different now. Later, while doing dishes, Alice sees Granny Jean in the garden holding tea, looking weak. Alice runs out, but Jean collapses before she reaches her. Celine runs out too, but it's too late. The doctor says it was a heart attack. It can happen fast, but Alice doesn't believe it. Jean always took her medicine. Then Alice looks at the teacup and starts to doubt everything. She asks for an autopsy. Back home, Alice sees Theo with Celine fixing Max's birdhouse. It makes her uneasy. Celine says Theo asked her to help. Since Jean died, Theo has been confused. So Celine tells him Jean and Max are together now. Before leaving, Celine hugs Alice. But Alice stays stiff and steps back a little. She forces a smile, hiding her growing fear. Later, in the garden, Alice finds Jean's pill box. She pauses, then hides it in her drawer. That night, a noise wakes her up. She runs to Theo's room. He's not there. Panic hits. Then she sees him beside her in bed. It shows how scared she has become. The next day, Alice meets the doctor. The report says heart attack, but there's something strange. No medicine found in Jean's blood. Not a single trace. Alice is shocked. Jean never missed her pills. At home, Alice checks the drawer. The pill box is gone. Now her suspicion points at Celine. She has a spare key. She could enter any time. Alice has no proof, but she grows more careful. One night at Celine's house, Theo almost eats peanuts. Celine stops him and sends him for something else. But he ends up eating a peanut biscuit and suddenly can't breathe. Alice and Simon rush him to the hospital. When Celine arrives, Alice confronts her, sure it was on purpose. Simon quickly apologizes and pulls Alice away before things get worse. Later, Alice tells Simon about the autopsy. She insists Jean never skipped her pills. That means someone replaced them. She suspects Celine, especially since Damien works with medicine, and the missing pill box makes it worse. When Simon finds out Alice ordered the autopsy without telling him, he gets angry. He says she's imagining things. In the car, he shows her the pill box. He says he found it outside in the garden, not in the drawer. But Alice takes it as proof. She believes Celine came in, switched the pills, then left the box outside. Simon doesn't believe her. He says it could have just been misplaced. He's upset she acted alone. The next morning, Alice says they should move. She doesn't feel safe next to Celine. Simon snaps. He says she needs help and isn't thinking clearly. Now Alice feels alone in her own home. Hurt and desperate, she decides to find proof. She still has a key to Celine's house, so she sneaks in while Celine is out. She tries to open the medicine drawer, but it's locked. Suddenly, Celine comes back for her wallet. She senses something is wrong and waits. When Alice steps out, Celine catches her. Alice accuses her of killing Jean. Celine breaks down, furious. She throws Alice out and says grief already took everything from her, and now Alice is turning it into something cruel. Later, Alice finds a gift from Celine at her door. She angrily throws it back. Then Alice notices Theo is gone. Both women hear a noise above and run outside. Theo is standing on that same balcony edge where Max fell. With Max and Jean gone, and his parents always arguing, Theo thinks he should go where they are. Celine once told him it was a good place. Celine speaks calmly and gets him down. She brings him inside safely. Both women grab him tight. Alice stands there shaking, realizing her fear may be ruining everything around her. Alice says sorry to Celine. Later, she tells Simon he might be right. She needs help. Simon agrees they should move, and for the first time, Alice feels some relief. Alice tells Celine they are leaving. Celine apologizes too. She says she's happy for them, but something feels off. That night, Celine tells Damien they're moving away. He gets annoyed. He says she's getting too close to Theo, like she already forgot Max. Those words hit her hard. To her, Theo is the only way she can still breathe after losing Max. While Damien sleeps, Celine knocks him out, kills him, and makes it look like suicide. Alice and Simon are heartbroken. They take Celine into their home, afraid she might hurt herself. They have no idea what she's planning. One night, Alice goes to Celine's house to collect some things. Back home, Theo goes to say goodnight to Celine. She uses a chemical to make him pass out. Downstairs, Simon is already unconscious. After drinking, Celine likely drugged him too. At Celine's house, Alice finds the key to a locked cabinet. Inside, she discovers pills and strange substances. Now she understands the danger. She runs home, sees Simon knocked out, and realizes Celine's plan. Alice rushes upstairs, but Celine attacks her. Alice hits her with something heavy, but Celine keeps coming. Alice reaches Theo's room. He's weak and barely moving. Celine gets there and knocks him out again with a chemical. She drags Alice downstairs next to Simon. Then she opens a gas cylinder and lets it fill the house. She wipes away any evidence that could lead back to her. It all looks like an accident. She seals Theo's room so the gas won't reach him. Alice and Simon never wake up. They die. In the end, Celine and Theo are in court. Theo has lost his parents. Celine has lost her husband and son. The judge allows Celine to take care of Theo and start a new life with him. Celine accepts, relieved. Now it's clear this was her plan from the start. The final scene shows them at the beach. Theo rests calmly in her arms. Celine promises they will move on and begin again. The story ends here. At its core, this story is about grief and guilt. A mother loses her child and slowly breaks inside. She can't accept the loss and starts losing touch with reality. It also shows that a perfect life can be fake. Behind it, there can be fear, jealousy, and pain. The story also plays with trust and fear. It becomes hard to know who is truly dangerous and who is just scared.